You are driving down the road in your forced induction vehicle, and suddenly it feels like someone just threw an anchor out the back window, throwing your car into a restricted limp mode while the engine starts misfiring. If you scan the computer and find a P024A trouble code, it means the engine control module has detected that the charge air cooler bypass control circuit A is completely out of its normal performance range. Your turbocharger or supercharger system relies heavily on the charge air cooler, or intercooler, to drop the temperature of the incoming air for maximum combustion efficiency. However, there are specific moments when the engine actually needs that air to bypass the intercooler entirely, and it does this using a specialized bypass valve that vents the air out to the atmosphere or recycles it back into the intake stream. When the computer tries to actuate this valve and sees that it is not moving the way it should, or the electrical feedback is totally wrong, it triggers this specific code to protect your engine from potential damage. More often than not, you are looking at a purely mechanical failure where the valve itself is physically jammed. Pop the hood and follow the thick charge piping going to your intercooler until you locate the bypass valve assembly. Before taking anything apart, do a thorough visual inspection of the wiring harness. These wires are routed through some of the harshest environments under the hood, making them incredibly prone to getting nicked, cut, or corroded. If the wires are solid, the best diagnostic step is to physically remove the bypass valve from the charge pipe. Once you have it in your hands, look closely for thick carbon buildup or oily sludge that might be obstructing its internal range of motion. If you have an advanced bi-directional scan tool, you can leave the valve plugged into the electrical harness, command it to open and close using the scanner, and physically watch the internal flap. If the scanner commands it to move, but the flap just twitches or gets stuck halfway, and there is no physical debris blocking it, the internal electric motor or solenoid has failed. At that point, trying to clean it is just a waste of time, and you will need to bolt on a brand new factory replacement valve to get your car out of limp mode and running smooth again.